Good morning.
Morning.
It's Wednesday the 14th? No, 16th of June. We start our final big day, 29 kilometers today, leaving Panis del Rey and heading to Arzúa, stopping for octopus lunch in Melide. Well, we ended up going out for dinner last night. We tried this pasta place and it was really nice actually. We had a starter mushrooms and I had lasagna and Janet had chicken alfredo, and then she had a cheesecake dessert. We had a glass of wine, got chatting to a couple of very nice American guys, teachers from California, and they left shortly before us. And then when we came to leave, the lady said the chap who was looking at starting an expedition of youngsters next year had paid for our dinner. So we were gobsmacked. We were really very taken back. A lovely guy called Lee, who was with a high school friend of his, Ridley. Anyway, remember Lee. He's the one that bought dinner. But yeah, that was a really nice surprise. Never had that happen. So it's a bit overcast today, but I think that's because there's a lot of hot air moving around, and it's going up into about 32, 33 today here, and in Arzúa possibly a little bit more. So going back to our first trip, it was really, really warm, and we always remember getting there and it was really hot and stopping for that first beer before we went to the hotel. So we might replicate that first trip. Remains to be seen. Okay, so we're going to take it nice and easy today. We've got a few small school kids out already ahead of us. Yeah, so it should be a nice one. And then we're just left with two smaller ones. So getting closer. The magnetic pull of Santiago gets stronger. Okay, bye for now. Did it do it? Oh, it's the video now. Hi there.
Hi.
Just walking past kilometre 60.4. So we're nearly down into the 50s. We stopped for a brief coffee. Brief because we got a little bit chilled actually, because it's funny with that wind, you can't take your jackets off but you get hot underneath. But anyway, we stopped briefly and then got up again before we chilled, plus it was awful coffee. So we're making nice time, enjoying these cathedrals of the trees we're walking through. And rows and rows and rows of, I think, pines to the right. I mean, it really is just, it's beautiful, it really is. So, the plan is stopping in Melide for a leisurely lunch. So we're gonna have a good break there. So we're gonna split this down into two 15s really, 15 and a 14 or thereabouts. And then I think this afternoon's second half we'll start warming up, but we're good for that. Nothing much more to report on this morning's walk really so far, except that we've been chatting about things back home, talking about where members of the family are. I think that's about it really, isn't it? Okay, bye for now. Hi again.
Hi.
This is Janet's speed walking technique, sometimes going downhill. We learned this from the Sherpas in Peru. It's how they used to go downhill.
So you don't damage your knees.
So we're just coming into the back end of Malid. That's quite a nice little entrance actually, because you come down here through the little, well, not so little passageway. Then it opens up at the bottom. There's a river down there, look. Not very fast flowing. And there's the bridge over the river, where everybody stops to get a selfie. And we've done it many a time. And that's Malid up there. So it's a lovely little town, all built around a main road that runs through it. In fact, when you get the transfer or the bus from Santiago back to Sarria to start the Camino, you go through here. So it's one of those places you look and you can see pilgrims walking along. So yeah, really beautiful. We've made quite good time. We're here for 10 o'clock. So it's going to be a very early brunch if we're up for it. We'll have to wait and see. So we're going to stop here for a bit and take some pictures and selfies. Well, almost good afternoon, 11:15. We have just stopped for the last half an hour at the best octopus restaurant in the whole of Spain. So pretty busy, even though we turned up at 10:30 because it's a must do. And Janet had octopus and some French fries with me, and I had a beer.
I had a water.
And Janet had a water. But I have to say, it's a must do. Lived up to its name yet again. And considering we're in Spain where they don't eat lunch till 2 o'clock, it was pretty full of all nationalities, including a few Spaniards. But so a nice plate of octopus, some French fries, a beer, and a bottle of water came to £21, 24 euros. Brilliant. You pay normally about 17, 18 for a plate of octopus.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not only they're the best, but they're also the cheapest. Okay, we've got 15 ahead of us, which is going to be quite a hot one, I think, because it's already quite warm. But we've decided to just take it easy. Maybe stop for a cold drink on the way, we'll see. Otherwise, traditionally we stop for a beer on the final straight in town and sit and watch everybody hobble past. Especially when we haven't hobbled in, then it makes it even better. Okay, so it's bye from Malid and bye from us.
Bye.
Bye. Good afternoon.
Hi.
It's, should do this, shouldn't I? 1:10. We've now got about 6 kilometers left. It's a nice breeze coming on our backs, which is nice. But it is, as you might be able to see, blue skies, really hot. But it's,
And we've just had to climb a really big hill.
yes, we're looking a bit sweaty. So it's going really well this afternoon. We did stop about half an hour back for a pit stop, a loo stop, but we drank a can of Aquarius while we were there, just to refresh. Got plenty of water, can't see us using it all, but we got plenty if we need it. And the last part of this hike involves some ups and downs, not very big, but nevertheless, when it starts getting hot and you're clicking past the 25, then 26, 27 kilometers, you start feeling them a bit more. So we've just done quite a fierce up, leveled off, and we're now going down, and then we've got another big up. I think it's like through those ahead, then a down, and then you start making the climb up to the town, which is again very steep, very punchy, but runs for quite a while. So invariably most people get onto the main street of Arzúa looking like they've been dragged through hedges backwards. And that's the fun bit, because then you start walking up this long, slow, well, not so long, maybe 300, 400 meters. It slowly climbs up into the town, and we always stop for a beer there, and you watch everybody coming up. You watch the hobblers, the limpers, all sorts. And not that it's sadistic, it's just lovely sitting there knowing you're done, and the others are just getting there with smiles on their faces and what have you. So it's nice, but we will get there eventually. So like now, here we're going down again now, you see. Okay, until later. Bye.
Bye.